Okay, here we have, for repair, a Shure Vocal Master. It's called the VA300. The problem the owner's been having with this is it's blowing one of these two fuses in the back all of a sudden. I've heard this unit play before, and it's 1978 vintage. Some parts on this are marks 1974 and 5, so maybe this is an earlier model. And when I went to investigate it, the fuse that's blowing is the not the AC fuse, but the DC supply fuse right here. Give you some focus of this. So I've gone ahead and checked the rectifiers are fine, and I was concentrating on the outputs over here. And when I was looking at them, I noticed, as I was testing them, I noticed this. Where is it? Right here. This wire was either touching the heatsink, it was completely off the transistor. Maybe that was causing the others to draw more current, or it was touching. I'm going to reattach that and put a new fuse in and see what happens. Okay, fuse is in and speakers attached. Let's see, let's lower the volumes down here. And we'll throw the switch and see what happens. I have that attached. It's not touching anything. I've only put a 3 amp fuse in. Okay, so there's our power. I heard that pop. Well, I heard a crack. Let's check the fuse. Maybe it didn't blow. Yes, it blew, see? So it still has a problem. Okay, well, the source could have stemmed from that wire being off. These are even Shure-branded output transistors. Those are short here somewhere. Okay, I've done some comparison testing between the two. I call them two channels, but they're pretty much identical, and they all read about the same, except this transistor here reads like 0.1 ohms. So I've disconnected it. I'm gonna take a reading next. Okay, so that's emitter and collector, and that's indeed both ways does not pass the test. So get shorted that way and also shorted this way. That's between the emitter and collector. Now I'll go over here to this one. Just for sake of argument, we'll attach that and see what we get. Yeah, see, that one's high that way. About 1.6 meg that way. These here are in circuit. They read low, but they don't read short. 33 ohms on there. We'll compare the same with this one over here. And 33 also, 34. And just for the heck of it, nothing there. And I take that back. That's, I get 5.7 there. That seems awful low. So let's go over here. I may deattach all of these and test them. No, that reads the same. I may pull the legs and test these two, but this one's definitely the suspect. right there. And also while we're working here, I look at the tire here on the truck, seems a little flat. And, oh, there we are. Nice. Oh, we have to patch that. So we're reaching the other car and we'll get our assortment of tire plugs. I've never had a tow truck have a tow because of a flat tire. Always keep some of these on hand. I'm going to plug the tire in place using the reamer and this. I have a better set somewhere. As I said, each car has, here's the better set. The reamer. This one's stuck. This one's already loaded up and ready to go from a prior repair. We'll stick this in there. Trouble is, when you take the screw out, it's going to start leaking. So, I wonder if that's one of our screws. Alright, we'll just yank that out of there. Yeah, screw. I wonder if that's one of our screws. I'm not sure. From something I don't recognize it. Okay, we'll pull that out. You clean it with the reamer, and then you're supposed to put some rubber cement on it, and then put the plug in. Let's see if I can find some rubber cement. Putting had rubber cement in here. This was a new. I just opened that up, and there's nothing in it. Okay, I found Fix All, which is like rubber cement here. I'm going to apply it all to this right before I insert it. There's still some here. So some people do this, some don't. I'm just going to coat that. Let that set up. I don't want to get any of this on the camera. And like I say, we're ready to. Just going to pull this out. Ream that hole and stick it in there. The idea is just to ream out a little bit. Now this, you're supposed to stick it in and pull it out halfway. I forget from time to time, but here it goes. Push it in. Trying to pull it out. Just like that. We'll fill it up with some more air and give it a test. That's 30 pounds, that's good for now. Now we can get back to our amplifier. It's about bug time here, so it's time to get this stuff inside. And here's just another quick story. Our ignition in our plow truck, the key is worn so much that you can't get the key out of lock. So I could pull the tumblers out or maybe go to the dealer and get a factory stamp key. I wasn't sure, so I went online and I bought one of these replacement cylinders here. Not quite the quality, but give it a try. And it's actually this one here, and it doesn't work. You put it in and it won't allow you to go to lock. Can't get the key out, can't push and turn. So they were nice enough to send me a replacement. here today. It arrived, but thanks to the Postal Service, here's how it arrived. Spring, the pin, and this clasp that holds the it's just the key buzzer in. And that's all. You can see the tumblers in there, but this is all broken, but I may be able to use it enough to see if it will indeed go to lock and be able to pull the key out. So looking at these both, it appears that the original is a tad taller. Here's the problem with this one. Once it's inserted, you can turn the key on, but you can't push. You can't push and turn the key to get out. I don't think it goes down far enough. And if you ever need to get the ignition out of a Toyota, on this particular truck anyway, there's a button. It has to be an accessory. There's a button under here which you just push up on. It has to be an accessory, and you pull, and this cylinder will come right out. I can't do it one-handed, but I'll show you. So you push on the button, and it just pulls right out of there. So this ignition will go to turn and lock. The old one does, except I can't go forward with the old one. This has the opposite problem. But I can push and turn this and get it to go to lock, like that. Now the steering wheel, well, it's off, and it locks. Looking out the next rainy morning. The tire's still holding air. Our plug is at the top there. Went for a little ride, and it's good to go.